Alright then, hello again, mi amigos. No idea what I've called the title of this video. As you can maybe tell, I'm recording this before I even go, so who knows. What I'm telling you is it is raining in London at the moment, considerably raining. You cannot tell it from here. I've had to shut the blinds to make sure the actual, lighting of the camera. I still don't think the lighting's amazing here, so we need to sort that out for future purposes. Anyway, point of the being of the video, this isn't to try and make you fall asleep, although I'm probably done a good job in the opening 30 seconds. Points being, the plan is to go to Stratford and to go around West Ham, to go around the tower without actually probably going on it because it is very wet right now. And there's a shopping centre right by there as well, Westfield, so just take you on a tour around there. But yeah, I don't know what else I might get up to, but I'm going to take you with me on this rainy Friday in London. Yay! I do really wonder sometimes what sort of positions I put myself in. I look probably really dodgy with a massive coat on, big hood on, walking around London, but you know, who cares? That is Wembley up there. That is looking absolutely delightful. Tighten the hood up a little bit on this really wet and rainy. I hate saying that. Wet and rainy Wembley at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna get a tube. We're gonna see where we end up. Basically, I do want to do some random tube stop explorations, but not in the rain. Still absolutely alright. Absolutely mental thing. Only a week ago, only a day ago, England played that. This area feels quite sketchy, I can't lie. Look at this. Peak British culture right here. Right, we're finally out of the station. As you can see there, Stratford Westfield in the distance. Did a bit of a detour when going out the station. Station ends up in a bit of a dodgy area, it looked like. But yeah, here we are. Looking forward to exploring this area even more. The Stratford Centre. It's time to enter you. Not much for a theatre person, but this looks quite cool. I've got to say, the Stratford Centre is a very interesting place. I'll go more into detail on it later. At the moment, here you are. I don't know if you can make it out there, but about to go into Westfield now. Where are we now? Stratford, Newham. That roof is giving serious Butlins vibes. Shocker at Westfield is just like any other shopping centre in the UK or in London. It's only really nice, but very similar. As you can see in the background, the London Stadium appears into view. Sorry, what is this? This looks insane. Oh my god, what have I just wandered into? This place is insane! Like, this is an underground LED karting place. We saw an F1 place in the shopping centre area. This is actually insane. Look at that. It's like Martin Brundle's still over there. Look at this. This is a golf course. Again, LED urban lighting. Actually insane. There's a massive Heineken sports bar up there. We're going to explore in a second. This place is mental. We're just about to walk into the Champions League final. This Heineken sponsorship everywhere. Currently, the sports bar is amazing. Oh wow. Doesn't let me down, I'll tell you that. TV's every table. Not sure about the playlist for November, but this place is insane. Just quick fact, I'm not sponsored or anything. Literally found out about this place 5 minutes ago. So good. Well, I kind of got a little astray, but here we are on the home straight now, if you call it that. The ArcelorMittal Orbit Tower over there. and the London Stadium just about over there. Nice little space here as well. Right, so those who aren't watching this in the UK, you might be fascinated to know that this place hosted the swimming at the 2012 Olympics, and this whole area was actually developed for that game, so it was a bit of nothingness here beforehand. Including this place, the London Stadium, otherwise known as the most soulless bowl in the entirety of English football. I mean, I've got my own opinions about the atmosphere or lack of atmosphere here. Also, I was talking about lack of atmosphere. It is, I know it's like 3 o'clock on a random Friday afternoon, but it is dead quiet here. Obviously, international breaks, there's no West Ham game this week. Anyways, we're going to take you a little bit around the side of the ground, because if I remember correctly, you can just literally like wander around the side of the ground. Obviously not inside, but yeah. Oh, here you are. Hopefully that gave you, I need to get better at camera movements, 100%. But it's just so disposable compared to what they had at Upton Park or Bowling Ground, whatever you want to call it. It's what they have now. I again use atmosphere. You're so far away from the pitch at this ground. It's actually unbelievable. I mean, Nuno's come in, and I think he's going to do a lot better than say Graham Potter did it over here. But yeah, it's a lot to get right at West Ham, and they're not getting a lot right. Irons. Another thing I do get right at this place is food. Like, they don't actually do, from what I remember having been here for games before, they don't actually do food inside the stadium, but it's like a cricket ground. They've got all these sort of stuff on the outside. But I remember playing for a Chelsea game, I think I paid 13 quid for a hot dog, but it's one of the nicest hot dogs I've ever had. So, in that sense, very, very good in that sense, I suppose. This little gap here is the closest you're going to get. It's probably seeing the pitch, unfortunately. Don't know what this tractor's doing. Just call it a tractor, whatever that machine is. Tell me in the comments. Don't know really. Here you go. There's a few more buildings of Stratford. Very, very misty day, as you can tell. This athletics pitch over here, I think it's the athletics club here in Newham. I think it's not owned by West Ham, I know that, because the women's team play over in Dagenham, which is just a bit down the road. In the background also, there's the famed ABBA Arena. There you go. And it's holograms in it of the actual singers, not actually like performing every night over there, which is really cool. Might have to go around there in a second. Of all the football clubs these lot could choose worldwide, they chose West Ham. What are you doing with your lives, lads? We'll explore more than just West Ham in a second, but one thing I always find a bit fascinating with them is that they're a club that sort of stereotypically have got a hard man reputation, yet the song they sing, Pretty Bubbles in the Air. I let West Ham fans please elaborate why. I'm fully expecting only football fans now have actually stayed on this video, but one thing I find fascinating about stadiums in general, actually, look at this, it's nowhere near as tall as it looks on the TV. Tell you what, they've redeveloped this since I was last here. This little Club London hospitality bit is well cool. Now that is one large bell. One thing they do get right here is, certainly on a summer's day, maybe not a day like today, you can definitely make a day of it when West Ham playing. It's lovely, it's almost like a beer garden in it really, like very formal one. Loves the little claret carpet as well. We found him at 3 pots. If ever, there's always a home for him back in Portsmouth, in case Nuno doesn't take a liking to him again. What a player! Joke about it all, like this club has a lot of history, particularly England 1966 World Cup, and when they did become actual European champions, not Conference League champions, I think in 1965. These 3 were crucial. When the ground's so sort of generic like this, it's quite hard to tell where you are, but that is the next stop on this Stratford tour. Tell you what, this would be amazing for a summer's day. Those who have been to the Olympic Park in Munich know this place feels very similar to that. I mean, naturally, this was also built for the Olympics. Let's give you a little more of a tour around. I'm not going to go up that bad boy, but I've been on that side before. It is well fun. Should I do this again and make a video on it? I think it would be good content. Again, further backing up my point, it's very tall. But if you're like me, you don't mind heights, and it is fun. I believe this is the sort of area you'll see Danny Dyer, Tom Skinner hanging them out before West Ham home game as well. The official West Ham fan zone. Being there's a DJ there before matches. There you are. Like I say, I know it is a rogue Friday afternoon in November, but I'd expect it to be a bit busier around there. It's not raining anymore, you know. Where is everyone? Spooky. Oh, mamma mia, look where we have ended up at. I warned you about it. I said we might end up there. Look where we have. Well, this little area is called a snooze box hotel. So it's literally basically a cabin, like a literal shipping containers. They've turned into cabins that are basically like hotels right outside the arena. Ideal if you're going there just for the night, I've got to say. We initially started off by going the sort of other way around it and just ended up in an industrial estate. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it works. Is that like... It's really weird because it's made of sort of like wood. It's not on the outside of it. I'm no construction expert at all. It just seems weird, but I bet it's a good shot in there. I was about to say, what does hook mean? Because that's what it looks like said from there. When you tilt it up, that's what makes up. Well, that looks very much like a dead end to me. So, one final treat to show you on this trip to Stratford. I can't. The clue of it lies to our left. Oh yes, it is the best mode of the TFL, the DLR. Come with me if you don't know what it says. So initially it just looks like a normal train station. Why is it dark at half 3 in the afternoon, by the way? And then, wait and see. If you thought the video was over, I had to get a cheeky cinnamon bun. I'll review it in a second.